A new chapter has just emerged in the war in the Middle East. On March 26, the United States confirmed the use of unmanned boats in actual combat in the Gulf as part of Operation Epic Fury, a technology that sounds futuristic and tries to break Iran's advantage at sea. What happened? Washington placed at the center of the crisis a small, fast, and unmanned platform in the waters connected to the Strait of Hormuz, which today is one of the most explosive points on the planet. Garc is an unmanned military boat. On board, it is about 4.8 meters long and it can operate by remote control as well as autonomously. It reaches 40 knots at sprint speed, and it was designed to enter contested areas without putting sailors at risk first. The system's technical specifications say that it was designed for reconnaissance and communication relay, surface warfare, anti-submarine warfare, mine countermeasures, and support for other drones. Simply put, it's not just a small boat, it's a platform that sees, transmits, reacts, and can be adapted for various missions. In the same tight space where Iran usually puts pressure with fast boats, drones, and threats to civilian ships, this role didn't come out of nowhere. Before arriving in Hormuz, Garc had already been tested in operations that help explain its value in 2022. The United States Navy tested a version of the system in a high-value escort simulation with a remotely operated weapon, advanced distance measurement, and threat detection capabilities, precisely to keep personnel away from the danger zone. In 2025, at the Southern Lightning event, unmanned systems operated alongside the destroyer USS Cole in a hybrid fleet environment focusing on sensors, relays, and communications at sea. The same year, during Baltops 25, the Garc were used to simulate fast boat attacks against large ships, helping to develop defensive tactics against unmanned attacks and asymmetric threats. The Navy itself also reported that in March 2025 there was a demonstration of launching multiple Garc from moving ships. That's where its role in Hormuz comes in. The strait connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea and is one of the most important energy choke points in the world. In this scenario, Garc acts as a forward scout. It can go ahead, expand situational awareness, observe suspicious contacts, and sustain the patrol for many hours, and reduce the need to immediately send a manned ship to the riskiest point. This helps explain why the Pentagon highlighted more than 450 hours at sea and over 2,200 nautical miles. What makes this weapon so futuristic and out of the ordinary is precisely its logic. For decades, naval presence meant a big hull, exposed crew, and extremely high costs to patrol every stretch of the sea. Garc changes that equation. It's small, fast, modular, and easier to multiply. The acting chief of naval operations of the United States said in 2025 that unmanned systems should extend the fleet's reach, improve situational awareness, and increase combat effectiveness. The Navy itself states that the program exists to add new capabilities to the traditional force, not to replace it. In summary, Garc doesn't take the place of the destroyer. It goes in first, gets closer, and does so with less human risk. That's why it draws so much attention. In Hormuz, Iran built much of its own capability. It's about attrition, small vessel, fast-moving threat, confusion in traffic, and low cost. To cause a lot of trouble together with a piece that fits exactly this type of warfare, but with more software, more sensors, and more persistence. So far, there is no public confirmation of offensive attacks by Garc against Iranian targets. The confirmed use is for patrol. But just this use already shows the shift to a new phase. Instead of sending an expensive and exposed ship first, Washington is starting to send a robotic vessel to see ahead, stay longer, and tighten the adversary's maneuvering space. That's why Garc seems unusual, not because it solves everything on its own, but because he takes it to the sea. A new and unsettling idea that in modern naval warfare, the first to enter the most dangerous point may no longer be a man, but rather a machine.